I didn't want to ride in this Bishop Don Juan, Superfly, Willie Dynamite Pimp Mobile. You know the vehicle I'm talking about, folks.
Welcome to Homemade. I'm Shannon Cason.
Let me tell you about my dad a little bit. He wore big hats and double breasted suits and talked big when we drove around Detroit in his Cadillac. He said it was triple black. I remember when I was young, I'm like, what's triple black? He said, my Cadillac, boy. I'm like, no, Dad, I mean, like, what does triple black mean? He was quiet. I don't think he really knew. But my dad always had a big answer. He said, black on the outside, black on the inside, and a black man driving, triple black. Then something happened. And my dad blamed it on this guy named Reagan and this thing called Reaganomics.
Trickle down economics? That is the stupidest shit I've ever heard in my life. The idea is to tax the rich less, and the money that they whatever will make its way somehow down to the middle and lower class?
Then he didn't wear the big hats as much or the double-breasted suits. Someone came and took the Cadillac, and the Toyota we'd drive around Detroit would leak at the sunroof on rainy days. But my dad still thought big. I was with my dad when he found another Cadillac. We pulled a Toyota into this lot, and there it is. It's a Cadillac. It's huge. It's black. It's rusted. It has gold and chrome trim on it. My first thought was this thing is tacky. But he was excited about it. He was walking around the Cadillac telling me he was going to get a paint job like this and put the antennas here and put the velvet interior like this and the bar with the gold goblets. And my thought was, that still sounds tacky. But he was so excited about it, and excitement is contagious. Everything he was saying he could do, I was seeing in my mind's eye. And by the end, I said, this limo is fresh. Never should have said that. 8th grade graduation. And I know you're thinking, like, do you even graduate in 8th grade? It wasn't the highlight of my primary education years, but being that I went to a high school that had a 50% dropout rate, it was a big deal to about 50% of the students. I don't know if you know about 8th grade graduation in cities like Detroit, but it could be a big deal. Kids were talking about getting tuxedos, boyfriend and girlfriends were going to wear similar colors. People were talking about getting limos. I came in from playing basketball one day, and that's all we did was play basketball day in, day out. But I come in the house, and my older sister says, Daddy wants you to beep him. Remember beepers? I went to the kitchen phone and beeped my dad. Remember kitchen phones? He called me back. Yeah, man, I know how much you love the limo. I'm going to let you high post to your friends, show off to your friends. I'll take you to the graduation of the limo. And he hung up the phone. I was mortified. I did not want to ride in that limo. I was excited at the car lot, but I still thought it was tacky. I didn't want to ride in this Bishop Don Juan, Superfly, Willie Dynamite Pimp Mobile. You know the vehicle I'm talking about, folks. See, it's like this. I'm an understated Boy Scout. Yeah, I play basketball, but I'm an honor student. I'm a virgin. I could imagine getting out my dad's Superfly Pimp Mobile and all my classmates laughing at me. Like, man, you look like one of your dad's hoes getting out that car. But this is Detroit. Your car is a part of your personality in Detroit. I can't tell my dad that I don't want to ride in his limo because I think it's tacky. That'll hurt his feelings. I got to take this one for the team. Graduation day. My mom is walking around taking pictures with the Polaroid, and you remember Polaroid cameras? And I'm like, Ma, save it for high school graduation, college. You know, this is 8th grade graduation. It means nothing. My sister comes in and says, Daddy's on the phone. Yeah, man, your dad can't take you to the graduation. I got to run over here to the east side, go pick up this money. I'll be there before it's over, but I'm not able to take you. I know you're disappointed, but just ride to the graduation with your mama. I'll be there. And he hung up the phone. So I drive to the graduation with my mom and my sister in her yellow Ford Granada, which is the plainest car that was ever made. Remember the Ford Granada? It's the exact opposite of the limo. So we get to the graduation, and I see all my classmates, and some of them had on tuxedos, a boyfriend and girlfriends dressed in similar colors. People even had limos. I remember this one guy, he had a white suit on with a white top hat and a white cane. 8th grade graduation. So I see all my classmates and all the people, and I look at myself in the reflection from the gymnasium window, and I just always look so normal. Just normal old Shannon going to his graduation. My dad always keeps his word, so he was there to see me cross over for 8th grade graduation. I mean, like, who cares? But after the graduation, we were going to Red Lobsters. I don't know where you went after graduations or any significant events in your city, but for me and my family, we always went to Red Lobsters, and we put an S on it. You say Red Lobsters. Everything got an S at the end. So after the graduation, I said, Dad, I'm going to ride with you. And we walk out of the gymnasium, me and my dad, to his Bishop Don Juan, Superfly, Willie Dynamite, whatever other blaxploitation movies I'm missing. Leave it in the comments. Let me know. But we walk out to his limousine, and my dad holds the door for me, and all my classmates and the people around are watching. And I kind of felt like someone special. I kind of felt like someone important. Over the years, I've gotten more and more comfortable with my own style. I'm still normal, I'm still basic, I'm still me, but I know it's okay to show off sometimes. And my dad still drives a Cadillac.
So, of course, I called my dad to talk about his history of Cadillacs.
The cars that I remember is the Cadillacs.
Well, the Cadillac is actually the number one car in America. The Cadillac is a status symbol. Even the president rides in a Cadillac. The Beast is a Cadillac. If you own a Cadillac, that means success. That means that you have reached the plateau. That's what a Cadillac means. Black folks couldn't even buy a Cadillac. You had to go get a white man to buy a Cadillac for you. You couldn't buy a Cadillac. So the people that had the money, the hustlers or something like that, to get the boss man to buy them a Cadillac. So the Cadillac have always been a status of success.
You remember your first Cadillac?
Yeah, my first Cadillac was a 1971 pea green Coupe de Ville. That was my first Cadillac. Yeah,
pea green.
Yeah, that was yeah, pea green. Yeah, that's what they call it, pea green.
A Cadillac, slightly in my mind, I remember driving in a Cadillac when I was a kid. Now I was young. This is one of my first memories, but driving to California, and I was on my mom's lap.
You was that Cadillac you was in was showing up the top of the line. That was the Broham. That was the Tasman Broham, doo-doo brown with beige interior. That was showing up top of the line. You had a Fleetwood Tasman, doo-doo brown with beige tuck seats.
Yeah.
And then times went hard on me. Times dropped. I come out to get in the Cadillac and it was gone. I thought somebody had stole the car. And they had repossessed the car.
They took the Cadillac.
Took the Cadillac. So things went bad for me. I went from a Cadillac to a Toyota. I went from a Cadillac to a Toyota. But
it happens. Life happens. It ain't smooth sailing, like you say all the time.
Ain't no smooth sailing. That's when the clouds came in. So
yeah, but let me ask this though. You remember the limo?
Yeah, well, the limo was on the way back.
I had
a little money saved up or something, And I bought the limo, and I got the limo all shined up and fixed up and stuff. And I had a guy build me a bar to go in the back of the limo, and I went into the limo business. I fixed the limo up. You know, the limo was.
You had the gold goblets in there, everything. We
Oh
we
yeah,
drove that limo
yeah,
everywhere. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
the front though wasn't the funnest drive, for the long drives. The back was
No,
comfortable.
yeah. It was set to be a limo though, so the seats in front was made so you had to sit up and look like a driver. You know, how the limo driver did slump. You know, you had to be straight up and look like, so the seats was made like that. You couldn't slide the seats back.
It'll correct your posture. It'll correct your posture in that front
Yeah,
seat
it
of that
was.
limo.
It definitely corrects your posture. Okay, man, I'll let you go.
All right, Dad.
Okay, bye.
Now that's homemade.